There is no doubt in this fact that filing an XBRL return is a lengthy and hectic process, but it can be made easy and smooth at the same time. Do you want to know how? Then watch this video till the end. Before moving towards how to make your XBRL filing simply smooth, let's know the most common myth related to it. There are many myths that people have when they think of or start filing return, like it is complex and difficult, it takes a lot of time, its regulations are strict to follow, the requirements of manual entries and fear of rejections and warning, etc. However, all these myths will be proved wrong as soon as we reach the end of this video. Now here I am going to show you the things that make your XBRL filing really easy, fast and smooth. Let's first understand how to do tagging smartly rather than manually entering the information. Now you can see the web experience software. On a one glance you can see the dashboard is provided in the web experience software, from where directly you can enter all the information. Like in the master option, you can see the company master, director master, auditor master, and you can manage your company. Director reports can be uploaded directly from here, auditor reports, backup and restore, all the things can be directly and operated through our dashboard by itself. Now I will show you how to do manually tagging in our software. I will go to the financial tagging. On the right hand side all the taxonomy will be available. Now in the balance sheet I will enter the amount of property, plant and equipment of the current year and as well as of the previous year. So why to stuck in the manual process when we have a smart tagging available in our software? So I will show you how to smartly tag the information in our software. Now you will see how to do the tagging. On the left hand side is all the balance sheet uploaded, financial document uploaded over here. So I will do simply click on one option of the tagging. Like for the property, plant and the same, I will double click on the side and you can see I have tagged the amount successfully. Now I'm going to tag cash and cash equipment. So double click on it and you can see this has been successfully tagged. Now I'm going to tell you how to use matching concept to avoid the errors. In the previous section we have shown you how to do tagging. Now further I'm going to tag again the whole balance sheet, that is equity and liability, that is equity, share capital. I'm double clicking and tagging it. It is coming in the, now this amount has been successfully tagged. Now other equity I'm going to tag. So you can see the concept of red and green color is coming. The red means that this is not tagged properly, the amount is not matching because still the notes are pending over here. So that is why it is not coming in the green color. And the green color indicate that this has been successfully tagged and it has been showing in the green color. So now I'm going to on the notes part also, so that I can tag it properly and convert it into the green color. I will do the tagging again. And now you can see the tagging and go to the note tagging. It will take me to the note directly. Now I will double click on the note part so that I can match it properly, the balance with the bank I have tagged. Now you can see it has been automatically changed to the green color and this means it has been successfully tagged. So by right click also you can go to the previous section and make the necessary changes as per your need and requirement. Now we are going to know how to do the bifurcation of the financial and non-financial data. As I have showed you how to tag the financial statement, now we are going to show you how to tag non-financial statement also. We will go to the switch to the note tagging. I will click on it. And you can see that the data right now I'm going to tag director reports in this non-financial statement. So you can see that I'm just we can write on it and even copy paste can be done in this financial. So right now I'm typing the content in the non-financial statement and save the data. Even copy paste can be also done. I will delete it and copy this table and I will paste it over here. So you can see now non-financial statement can also be tagged in a very easy and simple way. Let's see next how to do inbuilt validation checks. Now we will go to the inbuilt validation check. For this I need to go to the generate option and select the necessary, that is what is the current year and what is your prior period. That has to need to be selected, and we will click on the generate option. You can see all the error can be viewed, that it is showing that these information need to be tagged, and else it will show you the error while generating your XML file. So this is all your error report also. So process is going on for the XML part. Now I will save this file on my desktop. So now XML part has been generated successfully. Thirdly, we are going to learn about global error locator. After doing all the tagging, now we will show you how to see the error or where the error has been occurred. So with the help of the option of MCA validation tool, which I have already opened for you, now I will show you. In this you can see through the taxonomy, I will select the first taxonomy type, and then I will go to the file in which I will open and select the file which I needed to be generated for the XBRL. Now I am selecting the file. Once the selection is done, you can see it will start loading. The taxonomy has been started loading now. Once this loading has been done successfully, I can see click on the validate, and this list of error is open. So you can see all the type of errors can be list is available over here, and the color by differentiation is done, like green is for the table, orange is for the members, and purple is for the line item. So firstly I will show you how this error will help you to go to the exact location. I will click on the profit and loss period account, and you can see this table is open. Now I have to rectify all the error or amount which I have mentioned over here, that what type of error it is showing. And once this rectification is done, I will click on the save option, and data is saved. Now the error has been rectified. As it is important to keep an auto restore of the backup, so let's find out how. Once after all the validating the data and rectifying all the error, now I want to take the backup. So for this I will go on the utilities part, backup and restore. I will click on it, and you can see all the listed company which I have done the work, and select that company of which I need to take the backup, and click on the backup. The location of the file is there, so click on the location of the file and save the data. In this way, now this data has been completely saved on your desktop also. Click on OK. Lastly, we are going to see how to import the XML file. Now I will show you the final process, that is how to import the XML. Right now I am showing you that there is no data in this file. It is totally blank, nothing has been tagged over here. So now I will import the data. From this importing is done through the XML file. This file can be from anywhere, through any source it has been generated. That is not the option. On the utility part, I will click on import data from XML. Now you can see it will ask for the overwrite. I have to click yes, and now from the location of my XML file, I will import the data right now. So I'm open it up, and you can see the uploading process has been started. Within a few seconds, this file can be uploaded very easily in our software. And once it has been done, process has been completed. Now you can see all the tagging. Again I will click on the financial tagging, and now this you can see all the amount and the figure has been tagged by itself automatically. So in this way, with a very simple and easily and conveniently, you can generate, validate your XML file, and this can be done it. I hope after learning about all of this, XBRL return filing will not seem difficult and complex to you. But to make it easy and smooth, I would like to recommend you the software on which I just explained everything. The Softwareware XBRL is the most user-friendly software solution for the preparation and filing of annual reports in XBRL mode. It makes the procedure of filing XBRL very easy with things that are necessary to simplify this lengthy process. So if you want to make your Experian filing smooth and easy with Webtel Experian software or want to know more about the same, then visit the link mentioned in the description below and let us know in the comment section if you have any doubts. Give a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel if you found this video helpful. We will be coming up with another interesting video next Tuesday to make your life better with our Compliance Tuesday. Till then, stay happy and stay tuned with us for a better professional journey.